Oh, hi. So I wanted to do a review of Scream 5, and I made some notes. Uh, just saw the movie, and it sucks. So this is gonna be an epic rant. But yeah, I know there was trouble when Andreas, my friend, he only talked 2 hours about the movie. He should talk 3 or 4 hours about movies he likes. So I mean, even he only talks about the movie for 2 hours. So now I made some notes. Unfortunately, I had like a bit of a stomach ache, so I had to go to the bathroom like 5 times, or at least one time under the movie. When I went to take a dump like 4 times, and so at one point I go out, and then I hear like the Creedence song. There's a bad moon on the rise. And it sounds like there's a bathroom at the right. That was just sort of funny, I thought. So, I mean, that's like, there's this culture center in Limby, my hometown Limby, with no culture. It has nothing to do with culture, basically, except it has a cinema. And now it got some new bathrooms, so I don't know if that's next to the Burger King. There used to be a computer cafe. At least that was, now that's what I call culture coming out of our asses. But anyway, uh, uh, so yeah, and then about the movie, this guy playing the policeman, Dewey, who's Gail Weathers' boyfriend. I think he's a great actor, and I don't know what other movies he's been in, but he really nails it. He doesn't look like the guy from Evil Dead, but in a way he nails it like with a really powerful performance, a bit like the great performance with the lead of Evil Dead. Uh, and he's not even the lead of Scream. I just think he does a really good job. Um, and Spoiler alert: this guy actually gets killed in the movie. So it's set out as a total ripoff of Halloween 18, another terrible movie. Halloween 2018. In that movie, there's this annoying journalist couple that visits Jamie Lee Curtis, and here Dewey gets a visit. And he actually, I thought that was pretty funny because he actually says the same thing as she does in Halloween 2018. Your time is up. At one point. So that's really the sad. Rambleraf for Life has already talked about some of these aspects, and I liked Halloween Kills, but I didn't like this movie, and I don't really like the Scream movies that much because they're not supernatural. So it's sort of weird to compare them with Friday the 13th that has supernatural elements. But yeah, I don't know. I never really bought the notion that that the first five Friday the 13th were somehow had like a natural explanation. Seems to me it's been about the supernatural from the first one. But yeah, well, what else can I say? I made a third note. Let me see, what was that? I mean, I can't shift my notebook now because then the camera is gonna shut off. So, yeah, well, oh, let me think. Oh, oh, I forgot. I'll make a new video where I'll say it if I remember it. But well, yeah, I just thought this movie sucked. So, it was why I like Halloween Kills. People were enjoying themselves in the cinema. Here there was like some girls. They were like talking. They were so bored that they were just talking and walking in and out and stuff. It didn't seem like people were enjoying themselves very much. Unlike Halloween Kills. Uh, and also, of course, about this forbidden topic, that I'm still getting strikes for talking about that. But it's still amazing that they just ignore it in Hollywood movies, like even in a hospital. It's you know, but I'm not gonna get into that, and I think well, the whole meta element is it's like I just saw what's it called, this movie, I just saw Ready Player One, and whether this shining scene was really some great meta there. And Wes Craven, he doesn't really know how to do good meta, which we saw in the New Nightmare, which is a terrible way to do a meta movie, and in my opinion, and also Scream is about meta. There's this great scene in the first one where it's like it's there are rules, and I've been to Boston for 3 months, the summer of 1999. And it's really, it's true, everybody has a script, everybody's working on a movie and stuff. That's sort of weird, like in Denmark, people are, some people are artists and others are not, but it seems in America everybody has some movie idea they're working on. Almost everybody. Wow. And that was in 1999, the summer of 1999. Yeah, wow, wow. So we got these characters. I mean, we got terrible meta, but because why don't you just make the whole movie about that then? Like, what makes Friday the 13th 5 a great movie is it has great music, it has great soundtrack. I think Pseudo Echo, His Eyes, that's like one of the best horror songs of all time. Uh, I listen to that on repeat. On repeat one, I can listen to that, for long, for a lot. That's a great song. And I love Friday the 13th. Now that's really what got me into horror. I was doing these horror comics, sort of like Scream, with a guy stabbing people, killing them with an axe and stuff. Like when I was 7, I was like doing like these kind of like horror movies. Like I already picked that up from, but but as Rambo points out, there's a lot of yeah, I haven't seen OCP's review of this yet. That's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an epic rant because this movie is really, really terrible. There are some elements like the lead who is Sam Carpenter. She's very beautiful. I just thought Samantha. I think she's called Samantha. Just thought she's very, very beautiful. So but just so much bad dialogue. But I don't know. She's just my type or something. But sort of like in Freddy versus Jason, there's I don't know, some really beautiful women in it, but the acting is terrible in both movies. And yeah, I don't know. Then they talk about this Mary Sue. I don't know if they put in some Mary Sues intentionally, like the younger sister. She's pretty annoying. Maybe she's supposed to be a Mary Sue or something. Which is, as I understand it, it's like a Karen. It's like an annoying character or something. So I don't really care. It's like again, like Rambo said, it's like in the 80s they were like doing like endless, remakes of Frankenstein and Dracula or something. We're just like, oh yeah, let's make a Frankenstein number 12 or something, like remake, requel of Frankenstein, like. But then even Rambo Ref, I mean, when then when there's something like original, like like All Hallows Eve by Damien Leone, like this clown, this new what's it, Art the Clown, when stuff like that appears, then he doesn't really notice it. I mean, he doesn't like it, and then but then in the movie they talk about like they mentioned like some new horror movies, and you can just see that girl that she's not a horror fan. She doesn't have any idea what she's talking about. But she mentions movies like The Babadook, It Follows, The Witch, and Hereditary. So, so I would say I haven't seen The Babadook, but I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure It Follows doesn't belong in that group because It Follows is an independent, like independent horror games. It's an independent movie and it's really good. And at least I know that The Witch is a shitty movie, a horrible shitty movie. And really the problem with many of these movies is just the dialogue is so bad. Hitchcock, when he was best, he is like in Psycho. He didn't have any superfluous dialogue. He just only had great dialogue, like the conversation with Norman Bates, where he's with the birds there when he's talking to his victim, like talking like we're all in our private traps, like that, like that. Just absolutely awesome dialogue. And why would you have like somebody like talking for 5 minutes about something that doesn't matter? You know, it's so disgusting and pathetic. And a lot of these movies are like that. Even in 2018, there's this annoying journalist couple, and they're like to Michael Myers, they're like, say something, say something, holding the mask. What does he want him to say? It's like bad dialogue. It's like even when I look at my life, it's like a big problem in my life is just a language, verbal abuse, language that doesn't matter. How about do something instead of say something? It's like it's. I mean, I'm trying to get a lot of exercise at the moment because I'm training for a run and for a running event, for a running competition, and yeah, but uh, this is all relevant to the meta concept because like if Ready Player One had been like the Shining sequence, all of it, where they were like traveling around in horror movies or something, that would have been great. And the same with Scream. That's what I'm saying. I just think if they stick to that, why didn't they stick to that in the entire movie then, and have all of it be like, for example, there's a movie called The Final Girls that does meta really well, where it's like somebody's like visiting a Friday the 13th movie, but they're doing from the present day to so we can see like the difference between young people today and how it was like in the 80s. And that's done really well. Uh, but here it's just sort of half-assed with like 5% meta and 95% just talking about stuff that doesn't matter, and it's just bullshit. Uh, and I don't like, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know how young people today would think of Friday the 13th, or if they would think it's as great as I think. But again, it's they're just they're just blaming the victims by talking about like this toxic fandom, but it's not the toxic fandom. It's just that they are generally shitty. The movies are generally shitty. I'm not insulted by anything before Friday the 13th Part 9, but and nothing has happened with. I mean, it's incredibly stupid. Like think about it. Like in number 8, why would you like wash a sewer? It's like they got this. Oh, we have to wash it every night or something with acid because well, we don't want the sewer to get dirty or something. It's like what the fuck? Yeah, so I mean, there were some, I also like making Jason not a mongoloid. Suddenly he's not a mongoloid, and also how can you go by a ship from a lake? You can just go from a. How can you go from a lake to the sea? I mean, that's like. It's a freaking lake. Since when does a lake have a have a direct link to the ocean? Yeah. Anyway, uh, but yeah. So I'm not saying there weren't stupid, annoying things in the Friday 13th Paramount movies, but it just got really bad from number nine, and in my opinion, and yeah, it's insulting. It's not toxic fandom. It's just generally sad and annoying. Like you want to like I remember when I was like studying English. I watch a lot of like DVD video and lived in Copenhagen and usually to relax in the evening I would like watch a movie and stuff and to me it was like a big thing like when a new Hellraiser came out like Hellraiser 4 or something that would have been around that time and so of course it's sad that they're just shitting on the fans like it's something that really means a lot as they say in the movie it's not just a movie it's your childhood it's your life some people really has lives in that lives in Crystal Lake lives in the imagination of something you know what I mean uh, and nothing has happened with Friday the 13th except two great fan movies Never Hike Alone and Never Hike in the Snow came out a couple of years ago and there's no new Friday the 13th. There's a new Netflix Texas Chainsaw which it has a good looking Leatherface I must say but I don't know uh, But that's another problem with the Scream movies because I don't think they got very good martial arts. Like Jason, one of the great things about the Jason characters, like he's really like a good martial artist. He fights like a great martial artist. And the Scream movies that are called Stab, of course, in the meta of the movie, it's not very realistic knife fighting at all. Uh, yeah, well. Yeah, I don't know. I wrote down again. I still don't remember this third point I wrote down. Let me see. Uh, yeah, well, I think I'll move away here from and then make a part two where I got that point.